I'm going to skip the cover today because I just want to tell you what this is about, what this arc is about. So we'll fill in the cover later. Maybe it'll be the last thing we do is like, I'm Stan Lee telling you how all the beams and booms are going to go, and then you got to do all the work by filling in the cover for me.
Can I suggest, a lot of times comic books will sometimes provide like blank comics so that you can take them to an artist at like a Comic-Con to then like illustrate the cover itself. So maybe we do that after we've read the comic and we're like, oh my God, I want this person to make a cover about this part of the comic.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. Okay, yeah. I think explicitly from Join the Party Comics, they're leaning into that, but there is one piece drawn on already. It's a little speech bubble in like the lettering of Wordsmith, that big bold like embossed lettering. It says, "What's in the box?"
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box then? Sorry, is that not the impression we're all doing?
I love it when a Victorian orphan taps Brad Pitt on the shoulder and tells him to go and says, "Oh, hey, bro, what's in the box?"
Hey, bro, what's in the box?
Please, sir, can I have some more box?
Please, sir, where's Gwyneth Paltrow?
What? You want box?
That's ahead then. In the box.
Hey, bro, I want a cheeky Nando's with a box.
Oh, that's what's in the box. It's a cheeky Nando's.
It's a cheeky Nando's and like a jacket potato with beans on it.
Ooh,
A jacket? What the fuck is a jacket potato?
That's what they call a baked potato, Brandon, a jacket potato. Yeah. And there are like...
Yes.
Yeah.
There are
not a prank.
And there are food trucks, like various of our random food trucks that also have like Instagram channels where they like make the food truck stuff for them. I really love the ones where like they take to like a halal place and they'll bring like a bag of some sort of chips and then they'll have to turn into put like the halal on it. But the guys have a jacket potato truck and they're like, "Oh yeah, bro, give me extra beans on that." And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then you're putting on brown sauce? That's crazy.
That sounds good though.
I feel like you guys went to Wikipedia and changed it just before this recording, so fuck with me.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That would be an incredible prank, but this is not a prank.
What if we're trying to slowly Mandela affect Brandon?
Julia, we could do that so easy.
You really
There
could.
we go. There we go.
Okay. Each of you gets called down to the principal's office when you are in doing whatever class you're doing. What incredibly embarrassing school activity are each of the three of you doing when through the PA system, literally the words "come to Principal Wordsmith's office" gets like shoved. It almost gets extruded through the PA system. So it's like
delicious pasta.
Yeah, like Wordsmith's words got put through a garlic press.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Badminton.
Badminton?
Hell yeah. Oh, you're back in the auxiliary gym immediately? That sucks.
Bad memories here.
You get hit in the face with a birdie because you have a 5,000-yard stare.
Yeah. Thinking of the torture that I experienced the last time I was in here.
If the government does it, it's super-powered enhancement coercion techniques.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Poetry
Poetry.
is creative writing club. Shut up.
Oh.
It's good for expression.
It's only embarrassing because Rowan thinks it's embarrassing.
Yeah. It's actually very sweet, and Rowan writes really good poetry.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Connor's swimming, and he's in a Speedo, so he shows up to the principal's office in a Speedo.
Does he at least have like a towel around his shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a small one, like a
Fair enough.
hand-sized towel.
That's what a normal towel looks like on Connor.
That's true.
Because he's so big.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide where Connor's like teenage unawareness starts and Brandon's improv yes banana begins.
Yeah, it's to be clear, it's not confidence. It's the fact that an adult told him to come to a place now, and so he ran away.
It would have looked worse to have tried to wrap a tiny towel around you than just kind of doing it. That's what I'm trying to do is bridge yes banana and Connor. Like I'm trying to find where those attach.
I did like the idea in my head that I just put together of like a hand towel sized towel that he just put in front of him and behind him on his waist, so it looks like he's like fucking Roman or Greek or something.
Loincloth style. Yeah.
No, I like that too. That's pretty good.
Efficient, effective. More men should show off high hip is my thing.
I agree. As we talked about in the Marvel swimsuit episode of Party Planning.
Join the Patreon.
I disagree, but I support your ideas.
Thank you.
I think more men should feel empowered to do that. How about that?
That's fair. That's fair.
We cut to the next panel, and the three of you are standing in front of Wordsmith's desk. everything about Wordsmith's office is like square or very, very rectangular because it matches kind of his whole body shape. Because, he's always wearing these midnight blue outfits. On casual Fridays, they're satin or velour, but most of the time they're big suits. And you saw him in the midnight blue coveralls. The players saw that when he was in the sewers. And of course, he has that like full face mask with no eye cutouts, no mouth cutouts, just the full blue mask. But he is a rectangle, right? He's like, when you think about a rectangle that is 2 squares up and 1 square wide, that is his body, right? So everything in his office is that shape. His desk is 2 squares wide and 1 square up.
I thought you were going to say it's like a really tall, narrow desk, and I was like, a standing desk, sure.
Sure. It's just a TV cabinet.
Solid oak.
I mean, well, behind him, like the bookshelves behind him are just like the full wall in creating another rectangle, except for, of course, the Libro de Liberico, the ancient tome that gives Wordsmith his power in a designated spot that sits on its display with a little light pointing down on it.
Eric, you describing Wordsmith's Casual Friday fits does have me imagining Wordsmith in all of Tony Soprano's outfits, which I just kind of offer to the rest of you. Like, imagine, Tony Soprano's like halfway unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt on Wordsmith. Maybe that's the Wordsmith resort wear collection.
Oh, you mean my summer look?
Wordsmith might not fit into Target Boys XL.
Nah.
Yeah. So even just with the proportions of everything, and the 3 of you being, cartoonish sized, but still humanoid-esque, it is very easy to be dwarfed coming into something that is so linear and regimented. I think we get a panel over Wordsmith's shoulder, sitting the 3 of you, Connor in his Speedo, Kraft with a welt from a badminton birdie at her head, and Rowan holding, I assume, 2 different notebooks.
Oh, 100%. There's a secret pink one for poetry.
one in each hand. And on that panel, we have the lettering of Wordsmith's dialogue. I have a favor that I need the 3 of you to do for me. And it's important. And the important is like wavy as it comes out.
Okay, so what are we talking about here, favor-wise?
I hope it involves swimming. I'm making jokes because I'm uncomfortable.
Why does it smell like chlorine in here?
Because I was swimming.
Connor, do you want like my sweatshirt to tie around your butt or something?
Yeah, can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Krav like takes it off and only has a sports bra underneath. Here you go.
This is not better.
The funny thing is that Connor's butt is invisible, is transparent, but it's huge.
But, it's covered in the Speedo right now, so we can see the shape of it.
Oh, that's the only time you can see it.
Wordsmith reaches back and grabs like a midnight blue suit jacket and throws it at Kraft.
Oh, sick. Can I keep this?
That's a look.
You don't go one of my size, do you?
I think you would just swim in it.
Oh, nice.
Rowan, no offense.
Is that a joke at my expense?
Yeah.
What can we do you for, Principal?
Wordsmith rummages around in his desk, pulls out a big brass key, goes down into the lower compartment in his desk, open, and you hear there is like a whole illustrated click.
Cool.
Just to emphasize how resonant that click is. And he pulls out a box. It is a cardboard box. There is duct tape around it, sealing it shut. It looks pretty pristine. This is like new cardboard. This isn't reused cardboard. This isn't like Amazon or one of those cardboard boxes that got recycled at Costco. This is like someone got a new box and then sealed it up.
That's some nice cardboard.
It's a nice box right there.
It's a nice box. Did you get that from Uline?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Kraft, I'm uncomfortable. Leave me alone.
Wordsmith continues. I need you to bring this to the administration office and drop it off at room 7. As he describes that, there's like a map unfurls in front of him, and it kind of like does a rough sketch of the campus of the school. There's like a little treasure map. It's like a little treasure map, dotted line, kind of winds its way through the school and does a big X on the outskirts of campus.
Why do you need 3 people to bring a box to?
Is it really heavy?
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Also, what's inside?
First, as an educator, it's my responsibility to ask if you're looking at the map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because not the administration office in this building. The map is translucent, so Wordsmith kind of like puts his finger through it and like circles the building that all of you are in kind of like little midnight blue ink. It says, you are here. Here's Wordsmith and the 3 of them.
Does he have a signature font? I've never asked.
The letterer, I'm sure, gives it signature font. I think like it reminds me of like Thor, when Asgardians are speaking in the comics.
Yeah.
And like they have that like Shakespearean font. Cool. I think it's just like very bold and looks different than the lettering of everybody else.
All of his things are midnight blue with white lettering, right?
Very chic.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Julia.
I will give credit where credit is due. I'm rereading The Wicked and the Divine right now. And like all of the gods kind of have very cool, and I'm thinking particularly about Inanna's like royal purple with white lettering.
That's cool.
Boxes.
Yeah. Brandon, how many colors can we print in Join the Party comics?
I think the printer said we could only have like 8 or 9.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's more than I thought.
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay, so let's just layer the blue and the black a bunch of times, and that's how we show it.
Cool.
No, I love that, and I feel like it's all in caps regardless, and with the emphasized words being even more emphasized. And then his finger traces like the winding path to the X on the outside of campus. The most important thing I need to tell you is do not look in the box.
Why?
Don't look in the box.
I'm
Why?
not going to be able to not look in the box. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Is this like a real Pandora thing? Like,
Rowan, don't look in the box.
But like, I know I was not born for 9/11 or its immediate aftermath, but like, see something, say something is kind of how I was raised. And so I don't want to like be transporting a package or like a suitcase or something that I don't know what is in it.
Hold on. The artist takes a second to have a panel of trying to render surprise on Wordsmith's non-featured face. And then he says, who brought up 9/11?
Am I not supposed to bring up 9/11?
we said never forget.
Do not look in the box. You can trust that there is nothing in here that can harm you if you don't look in the box.
If it's really heavy, I'm going to guess it's like a big old chunk of osmium. The most dense material.
Cool.
It could be osmium.
Guys, you know the osmium is the most dense material? Connor looks to his left, looks to his right. Guys?
No, man.
Nah, I should probably know that though.
No.
Shit.
What with my powers?
Yeah, what with your powers and all? Your name could have been osmium.
I'm just going to ask again real quick. Why do you need 3 people to take this box?
Well, it's thank you for asking, Kraft. What a good follow-up question when someone gives you information you are unclear about.
She did ask that a little bit ago, but I think we were more taken aback by the 9/11.
I read the room wrong. I didn't know bringing up 9/11 would kind of like change the mood so much. It was more kind of like in passing about how I don't like to transport things I don't know what's in them.
I thought the 3 of you would be the best people for the job. Connor, put on pants first.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay.
Before you go do that.
Okay. Do we need to do it like right now?
Yes, please. Wordsmith gives you slips of paper that has his name signed on it, giving you hall passes, and I get you out of class for the rest of today.
Nice.
Can you, with your cool powers, make a physical copy of that map that you just, made into air?
Yeah, let me just look up what map is in Esperanto. Give me a second.
Translate.google.com.
You know what the funny thing is about Esperanto is that it is like it's like a mishmash of so many things, but it is a mishmash of like a bunch of Romance languages.
Yeah.
So it's like when you ask for that, Wordsmith stands up and says "Mapo," and then the map like turns physical, and then you can have it.
Kraft grabs it out of the air.
Connor looks to his left and right and is like, did he just make that one up? Is that?
Sometimes he says things and I'm like, do you just put "oh" at the end of a regular word?
I feel like that's like not right.
Esperanto is a deep, unknowable language.
Wasn't it like invented to be known and easily learned?
And then it disappeared because the way the world is.
Fair.
The world be like that sometimes.
The world be like that.
There's that one villain who could create like like earthquake and craters in the earth, and then that they got like in a big fight and some things fell in, and once you fell into the crater, like everyone forgot you and everyone forgot the thing, and like the language of Esperanto fell into it. Do you guys remember this? What happened when we were like 4?
No.
It was
That was like our 9/11.
It was like the new 9/11. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's why I thought bringing up 9/11 was not a big deal, because there was the Great Fissuring, and I thought that would be much worse.
Let's not talk about the fissuring or the 9/11 ever again. Okay, the reason why I need the 3 of you to do it in the administrative office is where the mad administration is.
Huh?
The what now?
The what?
The mad mage. This is Eric. The mad mage of administration.
That's very good.
Now, Eric, you did assign yourself to have to say that phrase a lot.
Oh, I know. I'm emphasizing it.
So the mad mage of administration.
Yes, the mad mage of administration or the mad administrator.
Love it.
And I think that maybe this clicks for you, that the place that Wordsmith is sending you is the wizard tower that is on the outskirts of the campus.
Wizard Tower, Wizard Tower. Now, Julia, are you going to have sort of PTSD style flashbacks?
No, it's okay. I don't think any of my NPC friends are going to die in this weird tower again.
You don't know, Julia. You might have to make one up and then immediately lose them.
That's fine. If it happens, it happens.
The reason why the 3 of you go together as a adventuring party is because it's the mad mage of administration is still set up from the Burbs.
The what?
The what?
Okay, so like a few years ago, the Burbs from Aspenium 8 tried to steal the school because like they don't have any schools on their planet. So, and like because the fact that they're plant people and their children actually are only quote unquote adolescents for 30 days, especially because of how powerful the 4 suns are on their planet. So there's no schooling and everyone's super dumb. Also because half of their brain is mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell.
They're so dumb but so strong.
Yeah, they're very strong, very dumb. And they're all big fern aliens. So a few years ago, when you guys were in middle school, the Burbs came down and tried to steal the school, and the Mad Mage of Administration is still set up in there. And there's also like an anti-alien dome that surrounds the school. And that's what Wordsmith is explaining to you. Do not destroy the tower or aliens can steal the school.
So the Mad Mage is not one of the aliens.
No, the Mad Mage works at the school, is the Mad Mage of administration, and it still has a lot of things that are set up in the tower when the Burbs came to try to take the school 6 years ago.
Did the Mad Mage, were they the ones that shoot away that fought off the aliens in the end, or? Yeah.
I mean, that's why you have a Mad Mage on staff.
Oh, that's why. Right.
And it's important to maintain a wizard tower.
Yes.
Sure. That's also where the high-level magical students study with the Mad Mage.
Yep.
Like when your gym teacher is also your health class teacher, but in a good way.
Nice. Not in a way that person is not qualified to teach me about sex at all.
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's really fucked up how soon after the Great Fissuring the whole Burb invasion happened. It was just a really tough upstate New York fall.
I think it's so funny that the 2 of you are just like casually talking about the Great Fissuring, because I can imagine that there was like a Wordsmith specific comic run about the Great Fissuring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
That was just like so emotional, all about how the original Libro di Liberico fell into the fissure and Esperanto was lost, and now only the
Knights of the Square Book,
the Knights of the Rectangle revived it, and Wordsmith is their champion. And y'all are just talking about it while also making 9/11 jokes.
We're real teenagers in this moment, huh?
No, you are.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's another panel where we are trying to scry what Wordsmith's face looks like, and it's
I just remembered
tough.
He's in a full face mask.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. He's got a full face mask helmet on. We don't know.
Yeah.
You can just see like a slight eyebrow muscle quirk.
Yeah, it's like you can see the face movements, but you can't see any of the face.
You know that phenomenon with Muppets when you're watching a Muppet thing and you're like, wow, Miss Piggy looks so surprised, but nothing about her face actually changed? That's what it's like with Wordsmith.
So, repeat back to me what the instructions were
Don't look in the box.
Don't look in the
box.
Bring it to administrative office room 7, where the Mad Mage of Administration is in the old Wizard Tower on campus.
They're not going to try to, like... I haven't been in there because I'm a big boy, not a magic boy. They're not going to, like, try to, like, do anything to us, right? Like, that can turn me into a newt or anything?
The mage? No.
I'm just going to say, sir, not convincing.
Well, the reason why I asked all 3 of you to do it is because I believe in each of your skills. I've been very pleased with how this is an opportunity for all 3 of you to show me what you can do.
In a way that might like reflect on our ranking, maybe. And Rowan kind of nudges Kraft.
I'm not giving any promises, but I could commune with the algorithm of the ranking.
Mm?
You could do that?
I can. I'm the principal.
Cool.
Wow.
And remember, don't look in the box. Don't look in the box.
Okay.
It's not going to, like... We're not going to have to, like... Nothing's going to, like, pop out. We're going to have to, like, smash it back in. It's just, like, don't look into it, right?
If you don't open the box, that won't be a problem.
Okay, great. Cool.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks. And then once we're done, we can go for ice cream?
Us or with Wordsmith, you mean, Rowan?
Like Principal Wordsmith, where we're just like, this is our task for the day?
Yes,
Right.
yes. Your hall passes say this is what you're doing for the day. If you end up doing it quickly, you can get out of school. You can get out of class. Just make sure to check in with your teachers.
Could you write at the bottom just like 10% off ice cream so we could show it to the ice cream guy?
Like just to
Okay.
see. Like you could just make
Just
a
to see.
coupon with your mouth. Like with your words, I mean.
You could do that, yeah.
You already get 10% off with your student ID at Hoop Scoops, the basketball-themed ice cream store right outside campus.
Oh, do they drop the scoop through a little basketball hoop to get into the cup?
Oh,
Swish.
That's adorable.
For those who are 21 and up, there's a He's on Fire, which is it's flambéed because they pour alcohol in it, light it on fire.
that's cute.
Excellent
Cool.
idea.
Yeah. There's also the NBA Jam, which is strawberry jam. There's strawberry jam
Oh,
ice cream. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's good.
yum.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And a WNBA waffle cone? That didn't go anywhere.
A waffle NBA cone.
Everyone loves women's sports and ice cream.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
Let's go. And Connor's going to grab the box and start walking towards his room to put pants on.
Yeah, I think we'll follow him up. And as we're walking, Rowan is like, I cannot tell you how much I want to look in this box. Just like, don't let me have it because I just like right now, I kind of don't trust myself not to like look in the box.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to the box because, like...
Is it heavy?
No, I don't think so. With my dad's whole thing, he really liked machines, but he also loved telling me about Greek mythology. So, like, I remember the Pandora story super well.
Kraft, don't take this in the wrong way. If I give the box to you to hold and you like set it down, are you gonna forget that it's there?
Nah. Nah. What is this, my phone? Nah.
Okay.
Okay, my job can be remembering to make sure Kraft remembers the box.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, I like that we're really eliminating redundancy here, you know?
Oh, by the way,
Oh?
as you walk away, should I probably tell you this custom move I made for you?
No, I don't think
Sure.
so. You don't need to.
Oh, it's called, well, the move is triggered for when someone wants to look in the box.
Cool. I don't want to look in the box.
Wants to or does?
The trigger is if you are trying to look in the box. Thank you,
okay.
Brandon.
Okay.
If you are trying to look in the box, on a success, you catch a glimpse of what's in the box. On a mixed success, you can catch a glimpse of what's inside the box and also irrevocably change the box. Someone will know that you tried to open the box. Or you can think better of it and double clutch. And although there is a blemish, you could possibly fix it.
And cover your tracks.
If you fail, you can fail. There's some stuff that could happen. So
Interesting.
Interesting.
So team, let's not do that unless we really have to.
Can I sort of feel, while it's in my hands, some adjectives to describe what's in the box? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it like roll around a little bit? Is it seem square?
If I shake it, does it make a noise?
Sure.
Does it break?
Well, I can tell you some more basic information about it, but if you want to do something, I think you would have to assess the situation.
Yeah, let's assess the situation.
Okay. Oh, by the way, it's been a little while. So speaking of your team pool, when I think it's been a little while, I reset your team pool back to 1.
Yay.
I think you were at 1 anyway, but I'm just letting you know, just for some cleanup stuff.
Cool.
When I want to demonstrate that it's been a little while since our last game. I think it's about October, something in mid-October right now. After, you did your big project, probably in September. We had our fun time at shop class, and now I think it's about mid-October.
Cool. The seasonal flavors have changed in the cafeteria.
Now it's just slightly dirtier tasting oil fries.
But they're called
It's
pumpkin spice
fries.
Yeah. Yeah. Julia gets another team. You're right.
Yay!
No, you do. No, you don't. You don't. But I did want to say that. All right. So let's assess the situation. Let's roll plus superior. What's Connor's superior now?
Well, it is -1, but it does not matter because I am flawless, Eric, and I got an 11. -1 for a 10.
Jesus
Motherfucker.
You go, Holmes.
Ask 2 questions. Remember, and then if you act on these answers, you get +1.
And I have to use these questions, right?
You have to use these questions, yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to ask, what here can I use to get an idea of what's in this box? Without showcasing that I touched it or whatever, without damaging the pristine cardboard from Uline.
That's a good question. You already have extrasensory powers, right?
Yeah.
And I think that although you look at it and you, maybe not to a large extent, but I think that you tap into your really good hearing, smelling, listening, touch, feeling the weight of the thing. Mm-hmm. And you can't get much. If you could find a way to enhance those things, and if they were focused or multiplied in some way, I bet you could look, hear whatever you want inside the box without opening the box.
Cool. Okay. That makes sense.
If you end up doing that, I'll give you +1 to that move as you try to do that.
Great.
So keep that one in your pocket for the rest of this comic arc.
And then I'll ask for my second question. I was thinking about how could we end this best quickly, but I think that the answer is just going to be get to the admin office and turn it in.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll just ask that. How could we best end this quickly? Meaning, what's the shortest path from A to B here without getting beat up in the meantime?
It's funny you say that because...
Thank you. I worked really hard at that joke. It was really good. So my type 5.
It's funny you say that because... Connor, you want to go back to the dorm to put on your pants, right?
I was told to.
Doesn't mean he wants to.
As the 3 of you are walking back to the dorms, I think that a lot of students who were in your classes when you got the announcement are all looking at you because the 3 of you got called to the principal's office and now you're holding a box. So lots of students who you know and don't know from your various classes are oh, hey, Rowan, Kraft, Connor, what are you doing? What did Wordsmith want from you? What's in that box? And now that the next class has been let out, just all these students are coming into the halls and they see you holding this box.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda. This midroll is brought to you by a dog's head resting on your ankle. Thank you so much to our newest patron, Sunny, who checks watch. Sunny, you did it. You are patron number 50. And that means that very soon we will be playing another dang one-shot from the character creation episodes of the One Shot Derby 2. That episode will be available exclusively for patrons at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. So join up now and you will be able to enjoy the video and audio from the One Shot Derby 2. If you like Join the Party, you are going to love the other shows that are part of the Multitude Podcast Collective. This Guy Sucked is a history podcast for haters by haters, and honestly, my favorite thing to listen to when getting ready in the morning. Just fills me with a certain je ne sais quoi of being able to take on all the terrible people in the universe that I really enjoy to start my day. And I'm telling you, it helps me do eyeliner even better. So you can join historian Dr. Claire Aubin and a new expert every week to pull back that scholarly curtain on some of the world's biggest bummers. No dead person is safe, and the show's guests prove that the best part of understanding the past is criticizing it. New episodes every Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts. And we are sponsored once more today and throughout June by our friends at Mage Hand Press, who are very proud to announce that as of today, when this episode comes out, the Gunslinger class from Valda Spire of Secrets is now on D&D Beyond. You will play a gunslinger if you like scoring powerful critical hits. Pauses to look myself in the mirror, something I did exactly once in Campaign 3, and have an entire arsenal of guns or, I don't know, like a very, very cool bow and arrow at your disposal. Now, as you know, I played powerful himbo Troy Riptide in Campaign 3 as a gunslinger, and I had so much fun playing this guy for 2 years. You will also have fun playing the gunslinger because it comes with 6 new subclasses, a slew of gunslinging spells, and new features, so you can shoot first and ask questions later, like all of the hot princes do. Plus, it has a brand new lineup of firearms so you can turn any session into a shootout. I loved using that powerful bow and arrow as Troy, and you are going to find a weapon that speaks to you in the Gunslinger class, I promise. So you can go to D&D Beyond and search for Mage Hand Press, or go to magehandpress.com to learn all about Valda Spire Secrets, the Gunslinger, and all the excellent stuff that Mage Hand Mike and company have to offer. Thank you, Mike, for sponsoring the show, and congratulations on getting the Gunslinger onto D&D Beyond. And now, back to the show.
Coming up out of nowhere, you hear, "Oh, so why you just get called to do? You just get called out of class to do fun things? That's wild. That's so crazy. I can't believe that, Connor." And Glimmer literally swimming into view, in front of you. Be like, "So what are you doing with the box? What's up with the box?" Oh my God, Rowan, I love your top. It looks so.
We
so
both
good.
know it's the same one every week, and like that old song said, "Why you so obsessed with me?"
I love your Tuesday shirt. Oh my God, Kraft. Have you been walking through mud with these shoes? Cause like they look so hardcore. These are great. I love these. So
I
great.
need you to understand what you just said to each and every one of us was not a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm, sorry. I was trying to give you all a compliment. I was trying to give you a compliment. I'm not very good at it.
They weren't good ones. I'm going to let you know if that's something you want to work on personally.
Yeah, I do. I just didn't. I don't have a. I didn't. It's
Okay.
hard. It's hard being a fish in elementary school.
Okay.
They try to feed you little flakes and pellets and stuff. So
Cool. I didn't go to elementary school because I got created by a mad scientist.
Oh, did I say I was in elementary school? I said I was the pet in an elementary school.
Whoa, really?
Mm-hmm.
I figured you were like, that was just what you called your school, because you're a fish.
Connor, excuse me. Sorry. What does that mean? You said I'm in a school because I'm a fish?
I'm in a Speedo, so if anyone gets too close to me, it's bad for you.
Connor, I feel like if what's this box? Did Principal Wordsmith give you a box?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. We gotta get moving. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
And Rowan is just gonna start elbowing people out of the way, moving through.
What's in the box? Come on, you're gonna say you're not even gonna show me the box?
Nah, not taking that bait. All right, later.
You're just like taking that bait? Wow. wow. You can at least let me hold the box. Let me see the box.
Glimma, I like how shiny you are, but it's not ever gonna happen. And Rowan's going to charge up her powers real quick, and I would love to create a moat around this, around the three of us.
Holy shit.
As we walk through the hallways. So, let me charge.
Well, let's charge your burn, yeah.
Okay. That was a 5+1 condition for a 6. So, unfortunately, I hold 2 burn and mark 3 conditions.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
So?
That's also, it's a miss, so you still get, you get an
potential.
XP for that.
Okay.
Do you want the team point for that?
No, I want these conditions. It's how my playbook works.
Okay. Oh, right. I forgot about the Nova thing of wanting conditions.
Thank you. I'm going to go afraid, guilty, and insecure. Plus angry. So we've almost got a gentleman's pentagram here. Okay.
So what does it look like when you fail your burn?
I think...
You go, ooh, hot, ooh, hot, ooh, hot, ooh, hot.
Stupid.
Brandon's also into Speedo. I'm sorry it took me so long to say this, but I think Brandon's also into Speedo.
You know what happened is Brandon figured out his camera settings, so he is zoomed out, and he is playing with a full frame. He's playing with a full frame of 16 by 9. It looks like Rowan being shaken by her powers. Is what it looks like.
Okay.
So burn is when she is like almost tapping into like the gravitational force, the ley lines, the vibrations that keep the whole world strung together. And occasionally when she does that, it's like a dog or a cat shaking off their fur when they're wet, but backward. It's like it looks unnatural. Her body is just like shivering and shaking in like a very viscerally upsetting way just for an instant. And then she looks kind of haggard and tired, and her clothes are kind of rumpled almost as she stands there, hands vibrating almost imperceptibly fast. And then she's going to create a moat. So I'm going to spend a burn to create a barrier that holds back threats as long as I keep my attention on it. And so a force field comes from origin centered on the box and boops out maybe 6 feet on all sides to encapsulate the 3 of us and the box. And like people sharing an umbrella, we're just going to shuffle on forward as Rowan keeps the center of gravity focused on the box.
I was going to say like a QB push or whatever, but that also works.
What is that?
Like when you playing football and you snap into the quarterback and then you just immediately start going forward because you're like 4 inches from the end zone. And so you just, Eric, what I'm talking about?
Amanda's saying that everyone got tush pushed out of the way, but instead of by 350-pound linemen, it is by Rowan's gravitational powers, which, I think it also smashes a bunch of students into the lockers, including Glimmer, who is close enough to you that she literally gets thrown by the gravitational field.
I'm really sorry, Glim. I didn't mean to do that. Have a nice day.
Craft just tucks the box under her arm and is like, all right, deuces.
So what was the answer to how can we best end this quickly?
You need to get out of the hallway and get to the wizard tower.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Students are going to ask you what's the deal with the box. So you need to get out of the hallways quickly.
Okay. So as we push forward, Connor's gonna like lean towards Rowan and say, "Don't worry, let's forget about the pants. It's fine. Let's just keep going."
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want the suit jacket? Because I do think that it covers more than my sweater does.
Should I just take your pants too, Kraft? What are we doing?
No, I got shorts. It's fine.
Yeah. Put the blazer around your waist.
Yeah.
Kraft, take it back.
Put Kraft back in the sweatshirt, and then Connor can wear the suit jacket.
Got it.
So you put the suit jacket in the boat with the lion, but the lion will eat the goat.
Right.
I mean, this isn't any worse than a lot of superheroes' costumes, so you're fine.
That's true.
Yeah. Everyone's just like balls out for no reason.
You guys ever wonder how the shapeshifters do it? At some point, I think they just do it for fun.
Yeah.
I think they just decide to be naked because you could definitely make dead drops of clothes or make fabric that'll stretch with you. I think they just like to be naked.
It's freeing, I guess.
I've always said shifters are just exhibitionists with a power,
Yeah.
All right, so the wizard tower.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do we think could go wrong here?
I think that the wizard's tower has a bunch of defenses, and we're going to have to go through them, so let's just fucking do it,
right.
I also think, guys, that there's probably nothing in this box, or inside it's like a note that says you did it.
Good job.
Or an eyeball saying, I saw you, and I am more disappointed than angry.
That's true.
Or it's the fucking wizard's lunch. So let's just fucking take it,
It's just Jimmy John's.
2 things I want to note. while you're having this conversation, I think you're just mowing students down.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
You have
definitely.
just bowled
The bubble's
over.
moving.
You're just smashing people. We see just like all of these students. Jolton Joe and Hoover Mover got back together. They're making out in the hallway, and
No.
you just run them over.
That one was intentional. We moved over in order to push them down.
We need to get them a grounding third person in the relationship to keep
A
everything stable.
grounding
third person. Yay.
A rubber person.
A rubber person.
A polyurethane relationship.
Hey.
There's a really cute girl with pigtails named Rubbermaid, and we're like, we got to get them together.
Wow.
That's so cute.
That is so cute.
I also want to remind you, hey Kraft, who's like that other person who's important on your character sheet?
You mean like the fact that Wordsmith is on my respect things?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want Wordsmith to respect me and think I'm doing a good job so that I can take advancements. Please and thank you.
What is Wordsmith define? Because like you choose these people and they fit into like archetypes on your character sheet.
Yeah, right now I have Wordsmith under my parents' greatest enemy.
Cool.
No, it's great. I think as you're plowing students over in the hallway, you turn a corner and you can see like the doors that let out to outside to kind of like cross the final field to get to the wizard tower. And as you turn the corner, Rowan, you see a astral projection of Harvey Withers standing in front of the doors. And be like, I have 3 rules about hallway etiquette. No horseplay. No literally turning other students into horses. And no...
Is that different?
No. Yes, they're different. And no bowling students over with your powers. Stop.
Okay, but we're on a mission?
We got a hall pass. We got 3 of them.
Yeah, we'll be out of your hair right now. Thank you. You can ask Principal Wordsmith.
Let me see the hall pass.
Here you go. Also, can I have it back though? It has a coupon for ice cream at the bottom of it.
Ken, your student ID gives you 10% off already, Brandon. It doesn't have...
No, but this one,
Yeah.
this one. Says
Oh, this one
I get
also
extra.
says Connor Super Special Boy gets free ice cream.
It's additional 10% off,
Mhm.
and it is stackable.
Oh, it's stackable. Harvey looks it over, one thing another. He holds it up to the light, and like it glitters like the stars of a galaxy so distant they don't even have light.
Whoa.
I guess you kids got this from Wordsmith, but that doesn't mean you can run people over in the halls.
Okay, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Rowan, I'm gonna need you to turn it off.
We'll be outside in 2 seconds. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can't walk around on campus with a student crushing force field. That's not safe.
Okay. And Rowan's gonna shrink the size of the moat to be just around the box.
How does that work with me carrying it?
I think it can just be suspended in air, and like I'll like float it with the moat around it, just kind of like between the 3 of us.
How does that work good? The spirit of compromise.
It would be easier if you followed the rules instead of finding loopholes in them. And Rowan, I want to shift your mundane up and your superior down because you're a person and you should probably follow the rules of community.
I'm gonna resist.
You tell Harvey Withers.
You tell Harvey
him.
Withers.
What do I roll?
When you reject influence, roll just straight up. On a hit, you successfully hold yourself to them out, and if you don't, the words will hit you hard.
Okay, I got a 7. So it's a
There you
mixed
go.
success, meaning I can choose one. I either clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. I shift a label up and a label down of my choice, or I cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. He doesn't have influence over me, except that he's just an adult.
So he does have influence over you.
Got it. Cool. I am going to clear one of my conditions that I just took. I'm going to clear afraid because Harvey Withers doesn't scare me.
Damn right. You tell him.
Sorry, he's just 4'8" in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Scares me.
Scares the crap out of me.
And Rowan is going to hover herself up a good 6 or 8 inches so she is looking down at Harvey with the box floating next to her and just sort of like tinkle her fingers, like wave them really gently like ta-ta and float her way out of a window instead of the door.
Wow.
Wow.
Kraft is like now crawling up a wall to go through the window. Rowan, wait up.
You guys can take the door. I was just anyway. Yeah, thanks.
Connor, his legs start to grow in size, and so he can reach the window with his arms.
Connor, you too.
Hey, too, Connor.
Hey, do Connor.
And after you were nominated as safest student in the hallways 3 years in a row.
I never applied for that, okay?
It's an honor. It's bestowed upon you, and you're not supposed to apply.
Nerd.
I didn't want it because I got made fun of for it. Bye.
Nerd.
The hallway lease are a prestige.
That's the award ceremony.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, Withers, do you want like some weed before I go, or?
Stop offering teachers weed.
It just seems like you're the kind of person who would want some.
I'm already astral projecting. I don't need any of this earthbound shit.
So am I, man. All right, later.
All right, you pop out.
We're outside.
Go out the fucking window.
Once we're outside, Road will lower herself back to the ground and give the box back to Kraft. And I'm just keeping the moat like as tight around the edges of the box as possible. Like imagine almost wrapping a present. And so it should, in theory, deter threats and hold them back if they ever come for the box specifically.
Cool.
Sure.
By the way, the GM may call for me to spend another burn if the barrier is threatened by particularly powerful enemies. So I'm going to keep my second burn ready.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm sure that won't come up.
So shall we follow the path of the map and just kind of walk directly to the tower?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. You cross the girls' soccer field, the boys' soccer field, the boys' field hockey field, the girls' field hockey field, the flimjard fields, and then the softball field.
The what? What's softball?
And you can head over the Wizard Tower.
Sick.
The Wizard Tower. Oh man, guys, that shit's a wizard ass tower. There is a fantasy ass wizard tower right there, made of irregular stones, assembled not with cement, but just by sheer arcane energy stacked on top of each other. Maybe that's what the Romans were doing with the aqueduct. It was ancient aliens. I did it. The Egyptians, that was totally human engineering. The Romans actually got help from ancient aliens. I'm flipping it.
So not only do aliens exist and came to Earth, but they also have magic powers.
Yeah, they do. It stretches high into the sky, bursting through the fall afternoon clouds that are hanging low like apples at the Jupiter Apple Farm and Cider House and Pop Punk Conservatorium.
Incredible.
Here's the problem, though. As you approach the tower, you're expecting, I don't know, it could be like a classic wooden door, maybe with like a ring on it instead of a doorknob. That could be cool. Or maybe there's like double doors that you get to dramatically push it open after the three of you push really hard on it.
Eric, is it like a big door with a little door where the people can walk out?
That's always fun.
There could be that too. Unfortunately, as you look around the tower, there's no door. There's absolutely no door to this wizard tower. As you look up, maybe you could see kind of up close to the clouds. Maybe you could see some windows, but there's no easy entrance here. What do you do?
Knock, knock.
You just say it.
Kind of yell it, like, knock, knock. Special delivery.
Who approaches the Mad Magitorium?
It is I, Connor Lyons.
And Kraft.
And Rowan.
But mostly Connor.
We've got
From Wordsmith.
We've got a delivery from Wordsmith, yeah.
You guys gotta lean into the madness, otherwise he's not gonna like us.
Good, sir. How's that?
I thought it was good.
Thank you.
What delivery? We were not informed of a delivery.
I don't know, it's a box. And then Kraft holds up the box.
What's in the box?
I don't know. We were
don't
told
know.
not to look inside it.
If you don't know what's in the box, we can't trust you. You might be one of the burbs trying to steal our schoolatorium.
Well, I thought your excellent defenses meant that none of those could get onto campus anymore. So can I just like come in and bring you the box? Is that okay? Like if I got inside, I couldn't be a bulb, right?
Makes sense to me.
Aren't they fern people?
Yeah. we're not made of plants.
I'm a human girl, not yet a woman.
That sounds like alien trickery! And above you, 3 creatures push themselves out from the wizard tower. You didn't see them before because they were camouflaged like the wizard tower itself. It helps when you're a gargoyle. You can be made out of literally anything.
Classic.
3 gargoyles are encircling you like stone vultures and then land with a thud around the 3 of you. One has large wings and is hunched. One is tall and thin. And the third one is just goofy as hell. I want to see the box. Show me who wants to see the box.
Do you guys trust me?
Yeah. Explicitly.
You must present. The one who is speaking is the large and hunched one. You must present the box to the gargoyles of the Maid Magitorium. Me, DiMaggio, my partner, Mantle, and I'm Jeets. Show me the box.
Do y'all think it counts if we don't look at them opening the box? Does that count of us not looking at the box?
Wordsmith just told us not to look in the box.
But he also
That's
said
true.
we got to give it to the mage guy. I'm just gonna try something real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend, Eric, my other burn to use the move. So I have a move called Move, where I can spend a burn to move any place I want within the scene, breaking through or slipping past any barriers or restraints in my way.
Sick as fuck, bro.
Yo.
Can I yeet into the tower?
Yeah. There's always a point, I think, when in this campaign at least, where I pull aside and I'm like, here's the funny thing about playing this game. The Nova exists to just make conflicts irrelevant, right? Literally, it exists. So, yeah, you can extremely do that.
Yay! You guys still have to deal with 3 gargoyles, but I am going to yeet into the tower. I'm going to go as high up as you feel is reasonable.
Are you taking the box with you?
With the box, yeah, exactly.
Great.
I'll hold the box in my arms and boop into the tower.
I mean, I think with Move, it's like you can just go inside, right?
Yeah, I imagine it as just like I blink out of existence with like a little gravitational, like boofed, like gust of wind almost, and then I pop wherever I want to. So I'm going to try to locate myself as close as possible to where the voices came from. So just like up in the tower.
Now, from our perspective, Rowan says, I'm just going to try something, and then blinks out of existence.
Yeah, Rowan grabs the box, disappears, and then there's wind. And then there's a breeze.
Is Rowan dead?
enough.
What happened?
No.
I did it!
What?
Oh, sick. See? There she is. Hey, what's up, gargoyles? Don't have a box now. Can we come inside anyway?
You want weed?
You want some weed?
Mantle no understand. Short girl, not yet woman, here now not. How happen?
She's got superpowers, just like we do. Do you guys want some weed or something?
We do not imbibe with drugs. Show us where the box is now.
It's gone.
The box is gone.
Can we come inside?
No! And the large hunched gargoyle DiMaggio runs behind the goofy gargoyle Jeets and kind of just opens its mouth, and then purple energy starts to charge up.
Wait, stop.
Uh-oh.
Connor puts his hand out.
Where is the box?
Connor uses his supernatural senses to sense how they were put together, and he's going to use his power negation to stop that purple energy from forming.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, dog. It's the first time we get to see it.
Tell me about that. What do you do?
It sharpened his supernatural senses so much that he's like able to see how people's powers are sort of like placed within someone's body.
Yeah. No, I like this. This reminds me of like in Delicious in Dungeon, when you see like how monsters are put together, and like with the dragon, you can see like the fire sac, where it's like gas that a dragon can like click its molars together to create the spark that does the fire breath. Mm-hmm. I think similarly, there is a glyph that is inside of Jeets's jaws that can that can make an arcane blast.
And then his brain also changed a little bit to where like once he discovers that, he sort of instantly knows the thing to say in order to stop the power. And that's what negates it, right?
Yes.
That's cool as hell. I like this idea that maybe like Connor understands like pressure points. Like, you remember that one character who can stop people from bending in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Julia, I was just thinking about that, like understanding where powers come from. You know what would be sick with this? Because I wonder if maybe I'll make you a special move with this, but I think you're defending. It's like you're not engaging a threat, but what you're trying to do is stop the situation from happening. And although it says defend someone or something, what you're trying to do is diffuse the situation, which similarly puts you in the line of fire if you don't.
Yes.
I kind of love that. So let's do that. We haven't done that one yet. If you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. On a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. And I think them is the situation from escalating because you're so good at conflict resolution here. And this is going to be part of your new power set.
Yes. I love this. I have a -1 to savior, though, so let's see how this goes.
We got some team to play with.
I believe in you.
I got a 5. I opened up my eyes. I got a 5.
Well,
-1 for 4.
there's no coming back from that one.
Well, can't even get you up there, buddy. Sorry.
Well, this is the first time trying it, so, you know.
It's a new power.
He puts out his hand. He says, "Wait, stop. You look very ashy and powerful."
That's not a compliment. Arcane blast.
Kraft takes 2 steps away from Connor, says, uh-oh.
Connor, you get blasted. You like in the way when sometimes you see arcane beams drawn where it like just envelops your whole like your whole face.
Tough.
And I think you take a powerful blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
You
fair.
take a powerful
That's fair.
blow. I take an arcane shot right to the face.
Remember that you also get to mark a experience because you failed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, let's try to take a powerful blow, and then I want to see. I think you're entering a battle with a dangerous foe as a team. So let's see what happens.
Brandon, I recommend rolling poorly on this one.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if it works.
Like ideally a 4 again would be great.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, no. What's happening?
I will let you use your team point. If you act selfishly, I will let you drop it down to a 9.
Can I do something to help?
Yeah, I'll let you help.
Great. Kraft sees this happening. It's like, why is Connor putting just a hand out to stop this arcane blast and shoves Connor to the side? Or when she steps to the side, rather grabs Connor by the very large blazer and tugs him with her.
I was going to say, what are you going to grab me by, my Speedo?
No, your huge blazer you have on.
Which is hanging on by a thread.
by a thread.
I like that. Yeah, you see the arcane blast just charging in the gargoyle's mouth, and you're like, oh, this is going to go poorly, and you try to pull him away.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. All right, team is gone for now. We're down to 0.
that's okay.
You're now the 7 to 9. Choose one. Lash out verbally. Provoke a teammate with foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. Give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions.
I think I'll just take 2 conditions. I think one is insecure. One, because it's -2 to defend someone, but also because he's insecure about his new ability to have a power. And then afraid, because these gargoyles are more powerful than he thought.
This shit is scary.
Or he's just bad at it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you going to fight them or try to figure something else?
I don't know. I think I'll try to figure something else unless they continue to attack us like this, and then maybe we'll enter combat. Who knows?
Yeah, Connor always tries to find the nonviolent option.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the tall, skinny one comes up behind Kraft and says, Mantle not understand where Short Girl went. Where did she go with Box?
Whoa.
Mantle want to know where Short Girl went with Box.
Whoa. My guy, we're on your side. And I'd like to use my Scion move, Changed Sides.
Hey.
Oh, what is that?
When you mislead or trick an enemy by pretending to be on their side, roll plus danger. On a hit, they buy your charade for now. On a 7 to 9, you choose 1. On a 10 plus, you choose 2. On a miss, someone else watching comes to the worst possible conclusion.
Let's go.
Kraft's going to be like, we're on your side. You know, the mad mage of mad administration asked us to come here and deliver this box. I'm sorry that they didn't tell you about the situation.
Then Mantle wants to know where Box is now.
Inside with our person who's also here to deliver the box for your boss.
Cool move.
That is a 4 plus 2 plus 1 danger for a 7.
Ooh, what's
Hey.
a 7? Mixed success.
Okay, here are my options, which is you avoid having to provide concrete proof, you create an opportunity, you expose a weakness or flaw. I think I'm just going to avoid having to provide concrete proof.
God, this move is so stupid.
Kraft's just like, listen. Listen. Would I lie to you?
Mantle does not know what we'd lie or not lie.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm here on a mission, and I would appreciate, person to person, creation to creation, I guess, if you let us inside to do what we gotta do.
Mantle does not understand. You are creation too?
Like, it's a kind of 50-50 thing, if I'm being entirely honest, but yeah. Do you think that the Mad Mage is your daddy?
Mantle has conflicting feelings about Daddy.
Oh, dude, same. Big same.
We smash cut to a full page spread of the outline of Rowan's body and the outline of the box with just obscured interior. You don't see what's inside the box, moving through like a 4-foot thick stone wall and then being just thrown to what I imagine is like a stone floor with maybe like a rag rug, something very rustic and wizardy, roughly 50 feet up in the air as Rowan and the box appear inside the wizard tower. What do I see?
Yeah, on the floor of the wizard tower that you enter in, you are in a library. There is a roaring fire going, and it's like a fantasy library where they don't have books, it's all scrolls.
Oh.
So like the scrolls they're kind of like on you remember in your high school when they would show you magazines? Or like when you would go to the library and the newspapers would be like locked up?
What are you
That didn't happen
talking
to me.
about?
You don't know what you're talking about?
No.
It was something you can't check out. They're like locked, so you can only read them at the library.
Okay.
And you can't check them out, right? So imagine a newspaper, right? You can't check out a newspaper, but you could read the newspaper at there. And it's almost like they were clamped. Like they were some sort of clamp that was holding them. And I feel like the scrolls are clamped where they are and can only be read in the library. Like you can only unfurl them off of their clamp to like read the whole thing. It's like instead of a bookshelf, there was a metal rod and a scroll was wrapped around it and clamped at the end.
Yeah, like a newspaper stand.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Beauty and the Beast Belle style ladder that like goes all the way around the library. The library is all the way around the wizard tower, but each of the steps is actually quite a substantial landing. So you can stand, and each one has like a little shelf on it for you to read on so that you can stay there and read the scroll, and you have like a little notebook.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun for the magic
Yeah,
students.
I love it. Like a rookery
A rookery.
of knowledge.
No, the
Of
rookery.
knowledge!
The rookery's one floor is a bunch of floors up. You don't
Oh,
want
you're right.
want the crow poop to be so close to the scrolls.
Nah.
Mm.
Cool. Rowan spins around a little bit, is like, nice, custom work. And then is going to sort of poke her head out of whatever door or spiral staircase she sees. How do you get between floors in this place? Is there like a hallway with a staircase, or is there like a central stair in the middle?
There's no door. There's no stairs. I don't know.
You just have to magic.
That's a good. That's a good gosh darn question.
Cool. Then Rowan is going to amplify her voice with gravitational waves, which is just like a fun thing you can do, is make your voice travel farther, and say, delivery for the magistrate. Where can I leave this? I need a signature.
Signature.
Mad Mage, I'm in your scroll library.
I'm gonna touch some stuff.
I'm going to start scrolling.
Cut back to Kraft, like smoking a bowl and being like, just like he keeps trying to send me these gifts, like he's trying to like buy my love, and that's kind of fucked up.
Connor is just like laying on his back on the ground, just like looking up at clouds.
What cloud do you think that looks like? I'm Jeets.
That one's a butt.
It's definitely a butt.
That one's a butt.
DiMaggio, you got anything to say about this?
I'm flustered. I haven't dealt with such a situation such as this. You've disarmed my two compatriots. I guess I'll have to check with the Mad Mage and see if they're anticipating any package.
But gosh.
I don't know why we weren't informed. It's confusing. That's strange. It's quite queer.
Those aren't like questions for people at our level, you know? I just someone tells me to do a thing, I gotta do a thing.
Don't you ever get like gifts sent to you or something, that you didn't expect? It happens. Sometimes the package courier comes and says, "Here's a thing that it's for you," and I said, "I didn't expect that."
We have been trained to watch for burrowed life form more than anything else.
I see.
So the only present we would get is aliens trying to steal the planet and our education system.
You were taught to see something and say something. I get it.
Let me escort you inside.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
It'd be easier to move from inside the tower.
I agree.
Yeah, I would like that.
DiMaggio kind of shuffles over to the wizard tower, makes a few hand gestures, and then shoves its claws into the wall and
Cool.
pulls it apart.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
This will only hold for 30 seconds. Let's go inside.
All right. Ducks in.
Jeets, get up! Oh!
Why are they named after baseball players?
They're all Yankees!
Aw.
Ah, see, I thought DiMaggio was the funny way of saying damage, and then I understand now.
I thought DiMaggio was a Met. Mine's worse, Brandon.
No, it's DiMaggio, Mantle, and Jeets.
Cute.
Well, I don't think of Jeter as Jeets, but now I understand that. Because DiMaggio, Jeter.
We figured it out, gang. We done did
I
it.
had to change it because there were characters inside.
All gargoyles should be named after baseball players.
Honestly, it's pretty good.
Keep gargoyles on your house. Become a patron at patreon.com/join the party pod, and then name your gargoyles after baseball players.
True.
Yeah.
Come inside. Let's deal with this. Figure it out, and we'll figure out where the package is. It's probably for the. We have to find your friend soon. If you're unescorted in the Mad Mage's tower, who knows what terrible magics will try to keep you out.
I mean, what kind of terrible magics would try to keep us out?
Yeah.
Give me a hint.
Terrible kinds?
Give me a little spoiler.
Well, first you'd have to avoid the Mad Mage's familiar.
What is that? Is that like a friend or something? Or like a family member?
Cool, buddy.
Rowan, a whoosh of wind blows out the roaring fireplace, rippling all of the scrolls in the library scrollatorium. And part of a jump, part of a wing-swept leap, is an incredibly large raven. So black, it almost seems outlined in white. And it croaks, "Nevermore, nevermore," rah! And dives directly at your eyes.
No!
Nevermore!